Counting down. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We do pray that everybody had a good weekend. Let me tell you, I had a lovely weekend. Saturday night I went to and had some catfish, and then Sunday I went to the movie and I saw Formula One. Very good movie. But so much for that. Let's do our word of the day. Word of the day comes from 1 Timothy 4:16, and I thought this would be so fitting. The study Bible says, pay constant attention to you, yourself, and to your teaching. Preserve in these things, for by doing this, you will save both yourself and those who listen to you. So I take this word very serious. So that made me think, we got to make sure what we're telling people. King James Version comes back and says, take heed unto thyself and unto thy doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. King James Version always have to put a little da, e, ah, ah. That's why I read the simple version first. That way if I mess up the King James Version, you'll have it. We got to do this, y'all. I want everybody to know that did not know. I've been knowing. Steve Kemp is tough. Just had knee surgery last week. I called him and asked him who was going to open up the TV show. He said, I'm a man. I'm in there. I'm in here. I said, would you unlock the door? He said, well, I'm going to try. I said, okay. Truly, we had a good time. I'm so excited this morning. I got two guests. I got a young lady that goes to school. She's going to help me with the book drive. You know, the book drive, book bag. I said book drive. Book bag starts today. I've already started at the top. President of the company, Vice President Frankie Sears, Steve Stevens, Thomas Hicks. A lot of people have jumped on board. We're asking for clear book bags, but we'll take any because you see this lovely young lady here holds a Nike one. Can you show that Nike book bag? Tell me something. What school do you go to?
Goshen High School.
Goshen High School. What's your teacher name? You don't know yet. Who's your teacher last year?
Stephen, Brayman, and Martin.
Okay.
Olis.
You got a lot of teachers.
And Miss Gray.
What grade are you in?
I'm going to sit.
You're going to the 7th grade? I remember when I was going to the 7th grade. That's been a long time ago. But I was so excited. So tell me, I want you to tell everybody, every adult in Goshen need a book bag. We want Goshen to have the most book bag. Let me tell everybody, Goshen, help me out.
Goshen, help me out.
I'm going to keep a hostage till y'all call me and tell me y'all got some book bags. Truly, this is our 5th year of doing this, and your daddy drives for us, and you was in the office the other day. And you did not forget, I told you I wanted you to help me do the book bag, and you was here this morning. You actually beat me here, didn't you? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe you said, no, I didn't, but you told the truth. Dude. That's good. I always tell the truth. The truth is the truth. I'm going to teach you a little lesson this morning. Whenever you tell the truth, you ain't got to change it. When someone tells a lie, they have to change it because they forget it. So they change it up and they say something else. I always tell the truth and you don't have to worry about that. Y'all see I got my little ball. I love this little ball. If you don't have a ceasefire ball, you just say, look at it. If you don't have a ceasefire ball, you just say, got it going on. Every morning I come in here, every Monday I come here, I have to play with it a little bit. But really, I got some book bags and I got to take this time out to thank Anthony Knight. That's one of our drivers. He's always first to get into this with us. But I'm not worried. Because I know the May trains I got. I know we're going to have a lot of book bags. And although we have a Goshen student on the set with us. She was just so nice, and our daddy does such a good job with us. And I asked her to come be on the show.
And I go back to school on
You go back to school on the when?
6.
On the 6th. Well, I got to hurry up, ain't I? Well, no, not really. Let's see. We got plenty of days. I'm going to see what we...
Open house is Thursday.
Open house is Thursday. This Thursday? So, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days.
And I have 25 days to my birthday.
And you have 25 days to your birthday. And how old will you be then?
13.
13. Okay. At least I know something about what's going on. Well, let me ask you this. Are you going to have a birthday party? You're looking over there at your mama, huh?
I don't really celebrate my birthday.
You don't really celebrate it? Okay. Are you going to have some cake? You got some cake? I don't need to say no more. Me and Steve, we eat cake. We purposely like chocolate, but we'll sell. We mostly chocolate guys.
And I'm saving up my money.
You saving up your money?
I have $14.83.
$14.83. And you're gonna be how old?
13.
13. All right, I'm gonna give you $13. That's what I used to do to my kids. That'll be $1 for every year. So yeah, 13 and 16. So you already got that going. You come by my office. I ain't worried about you. Ain't gonna forget.
Nope.
She said no. You have $29. You'll be getting on up there. You come by my office. I'm gonna make sure I give you $13. You know what? I'm gonna give you 15. I don't like that 13. I'm gonna give you 15. I'm gonna give you $2 for the next 2 years. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that Goshen, and I don't know, you may not know this answer. I told you I wasn't gonna ask you nothing you don't know, so I ain't gonna ask you that question. But let me ask you this. Do you like football?
I like watching it, and I like watching basketball. I used to do cheers to Albert.
So you broke your foot? You quit after that?
Yeah, my Aunt Janet kept pushing me to finish cheer up.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm excited about
now
football.
I'm doing cheer again.
I'm excited about football. It's 4 more weeks. My granddaughter's a cheerleader. Most time I go to the away games, so she'll have some support when they go somewhere. Because all the time her mother can't go. But I want to say this about this upcoming year. Let's just have fun. Let's everybody go to the games and enjoy it. I used to play a little sport. It makes them guys feel good when you girls are there. I'm just going to go say it like that. When you girls are there, it makes them guys play good. So y'all go and support them and support your school. Your school, I thank you so much. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't tell you why I asked you to come, but now I'm going to tell you. I want you to come because this is going to show everywhere. And it's going to show your school. Even though you was out of school, you was making sure they get some book back. You know how? Because you came on the show, so you know your school going to get some book back. We're going to do Goshen first. And we're going to do all the surrounding schools. We did it last year. I'll be getting with the principals. And this is a good thing. It's sad to say, but everybody can't afford to buy a book bag. And that's just the truth. And we want the clearance, but we're going to take whatever you give us. See, I've learned something. My grandmama then told me something, and I do it to this day. When somebody gives you something, take it. Whether you need it or not, take it. Because you may find somebody who does need it. So, I thank you for coming on the show. Let me ask you something else. What do you want to be when you grow up? You know already, or you didn't decide it yet?
Army or a police officer.
Army or police officer. Okay. That's a good career. So, which one are you leaning to the most?
Army.
All right. Air Force?
This Army base.
The Army base. Okay. Let's see. Then you got your book bag, and you're gonna be in the Army or a police officer. We can use either one. Okay. We can use either one. And that's a good career to have. That's a good career to have. Glad that you're doing that. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. What's going on, Miss Paul?
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive an older old truck. Or come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign on both. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama.
Have you ever dreamed of working for a trucking company that had Blue Cross, Blue Shield, had 401k with a 4% match? If so, then you ought to call Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the trucking company that makes dreams come true.
Last night, girl. I dreamed I was driving a truck.
Like that?
Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck from Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
That's right. That's driving a truck. The company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
You think you know Travel Centers of America's Ultra One program, but do you know today's Ultra One? Ultra One now gives you more. More points, more rewards, more options. Gear up to get more by signing up for Ultra One today. Ultra One is the loyalty program that saves you time and money just for fueling at TA, Petro, and TA Express locations. Take advantage of flexible reward points and reward credits that you can redeem on showers, meals, parking, and more. And it's free to be an Ultra One member. Ultra One's Gears program rewards you with points when you fuel. The more you fuel, the more points you earn. Ultra One members start off in first gear and receive 1 point per fuel gallon. Move through each gear to receive up to 4 times points per gallon. The more you fuel this month, the higher your gear level next month. Not only do you get points when you fuel, for fill-ups of 60 gallons of fuel or more, you earn a reward credit. In first, second, and third gears, reward credits can be redeemed for a shower. In fourth and max gears, you choose how to spend your Ultra credits. A shower, a meal, or a reserved parking spot at any TA, Petro, or TA Express. The more you fuel, the more you get. You can redeem points in our well-stocked convenience stores, delicious full-serve or quick-serve restaurants, and our state-of-the-art TA truck service locations for reserved parking and so much more. And don't forget, the more you fuel this month, the more you'll earn next month. Sign up, gear up, and get more with today's Ultra One program.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive an older old truck. Or come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign on both. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. I dreamed last night, girl. I dreamed I was driving a truck.
Like that?
Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck from Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
That's right. That's driving a truck. The company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
At Travel Centers of America, we know that life on the road can present challenges. That's why we created the Truck Smart app. The Truck Smart app makes life on the road stress-free by putting all of the services and amenities at TA, Petro, and TA Express right at your fingertips. And for Ultra One members, the app makes the perks of membership even easier to access. The Truck Smart app helps you get what you want when you want it. For starters, you can search Truck Smart to find which services are available at the TA, Petro, and TA Express locations that are around the corner or on your route. And you can reserve and pay for reserved parking or a shower right in the app. The app's simple and secure sign-in gives you the ability to securely link your credit card. Need a specific service for your truck or specialty fuel? Maybe you have a taste for a specific restaurant. Or maybe you need a pet area or a place to work out.
And we're back
Smart app
with
finds
Truck
the things that make
Lines. I have had another edition. Somebody else has showed up. I'm not going to say he's late because he's one of Wiley Sanders' drivers and we're never late. So I'm not going to say he's late. It was a miscommunication of where to meet at. Try to my main man over here. Because I got a question I want to ask. I want to see him all right. Can you bring him in there, Steve? Bring them both in. Just have them both in. A good deal. What is this, the third book?
This is the third book.
This the third. See? You didn't know I was keeping up with it. This is the third book. Hand me those books right there, please. Did you know we had a driver that writes books? He drives. Her daddy drives for us. He drives on the van side. So this is the third book. My dad is a truck driver. That was the first one, right?
That's the
Second one. And this is the third one. A hidden surprise in the forest. All right, okay. A hidden surprise in the forest. So I know that from the last time you was on the show, we was talking about your son. And how's he doing now?
He's doing all right. He's getting bigger.
He's getting bigger.
Get ready for school.
Okay. I know he's dealing with the autism, and I just want to take my hat off to you for always just keeping people reminded of this. I guess we would call it a disease. And but you don't let it stop you and him. You just keep going on. So what do you think about his daddy writing books? What do you think about that?
I was messing with him this weekend. I said, "You love your daddy, don't you?" He was like, "Yeah." He's all grand up and stuff. We went over to the jump park over in Dothan this past weekend. So, we have a good time. I don't look at it as a handicap. I just look at it as extra work that I have to put in to make sure that his development is,
like normal kids, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the way we should look at it. Well, let me introduce you to your co-host. She's really the host. Me and you just call her. This is my host. She goes to school at Goshen. She came on to help me with the book drive. My dad drives, so tell her about your dad's name.
Sam, I can't say his other name. Sam Green.
Sam Green, that's good. What's his truck number?
7132.
Okay. Well, I'm just glad to have, I call this in-house when I have a daughter of one of my drivers, and then we have one of the drivers, and he come on here today to help us get started with the book. Hand me them book bags over there. Show them
Bought a couple book bags too.
Yeah, I bought a couple of book bags. And I want you to take time and tell people how they can get one of your books.
You can find it in Barnes and Nobles. Just go online and search in the search bar, or you can get them at Amazon because most people shop at Amazon anyway. Or you can Google me as well.
What's your Google?
Just put in William D. McQuarrie. That's WILLIAM D MCCREARY.
Did you get that, Steve? All right. I'm going to get him to say it again. Well, let you get your pen. Steve on crutches. He just had knee surgery last week. I ain't going to fuss today about nothing either. He made a good cup of coffee, though. You ready? Yeah. All right. Roll with it again. Slow.
All right. You can find my books on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Just type in the search bar. My dad's a big truck driver. A hidden surprise in the forest, and a little dragon, a boy and a little dragon. And you can Google me as well. William D. McQuarrie. That's WILLIAM D MCCREARY.
Now, let me tell y'all a little bit about Mr. William. He loves basketball, and I always admire this. I look at parents and what they do and how they act and what they say to me when they come to me to get something. He never comes and get a ticket and not tell me that he want one for his son and whoever else is going with him. But he always brings up his son. He spends a lot of time with him, and I admire that. I can remember back the first book he told me about. He come on the show with it. We bought the book. Everybody in the office read it. We sold so long. It's not always about the money, but it's about what's in your heart. And I love it. And I won't tell you this right here on live TV. I love it when people take a situation that say could have been bad and they find a positive in it. I've been going through a situation for 3 months now. About a week from now, everybody gonna know about it because me and Steve gonna take that and we're gonna make it positive. We can't fix nothing that we don't know about. No one can help you if they don't know your struggles. So I'm making sure that I'm gonna work a little harder this time and telling people. Now, I'm gonna tell you how lucky you are today. The lady that lets you in the TV station, that's our president wife, Mr. Parker. And she said Tracy's gonna like that. And I asked her to go and tell him to turn on because he's a busy man. And I hope he's getting to see this. And man, it makes me feel good as an employee at Wiley Sanders Truck Line to know somebody that wrote a book. You know? Yeah. And you're getting a little more creative. I see the books are getting a little thicker. See, I know it's every little thing. The books are getting a little thicker. So let me ask you something. When do you take time to do your writing?
Home time at the library, sometime on the road in between breaks. I just have these ideas and I try to write them all down and put them all together when I get a chance.
Okay. You played a little ball. You didn't play some college ball?
I didn't play no college ball, but I did play high school and I played basketball.
You played basketball. Are you excited about the college coming up? About the season coming up this year? You like a lot of sports?
I do like sports. I'm getting ready for the Troy season and the Alabama season and baseball. I want to go see the Braves. Go see the Braves.
Go show. Hey, Steve, who's the guy we put in pro? Troy University had a guy to go to pro in baseball. I was listening to that on the news. I know you know. But anyway, when you talk about Troy, Alabama, I know people always listen to me. I'm always bragging about Troy. What you think about it? Troy has a lot of in-house talent. You take, like you here, got kids that come on the show, get up on off on summer is about to end. She could be going a whole lot of places, but she came to make sure her school gets some good book bags. You took time out your busy schedule. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Mondays for a truck driver, it costs them money to be here today now. It costs them money to be here today because they deliver on Mondays. So I just love your input into your compassion on what you're doing. Man, one day your son will look back and he'll tell you, Dad, I remember those books you wrote. You leaving something. I don't think, he's watching you. I'm watching you. I've had a chance to be on board of everyone. I'm on board with the third one now. And most of all, your dispatcher told me that you up top notch. I told him you was going to be on the show. He did not believe you was going to take off today. He said, Monday? I see you on Monday. So that's good, man. So how'd your experience been? Because you're what year now with Sanders?
This is my second year.
Second year. I remember when you came in orientation, you was telling me about some dreams and some things you wanted to do. You have stayed course, man. You have stayed course. All we have stayed course to you. We have had some times to come up where things ain't been as smooth as it once was. But I tell you what, it's moving back out again. It's slowly picking back up. This economy, this thing is turning around. My prayer is, boy, by Christmas, we're going to be jolly, jolly, jolly. I just feel it. It's taking a little time. And, you know, boss told me the other day, for our country to turn around, it didn't get like this overnight. It's not going to get better overnight, but it's going to get better. So I want you to keep that same spirit with your books. It didn't happen overnight on the first one, didn't happen overnight on the second one, but it's getting better. And once again, I'm gonna bring this up because this really caught my attention. You put some time in this. I'm going to read this book. I read the last one too, but you got some time in this. Getting a little bit, I don't know. A hidden surprise in the forest. I know you ain't going to tell me, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What is the surprise?
I can't disclose that it's a surprise, but then people wouldn't want to read the book.
I know it.
It's all about reading the books. The synopsis helps out with the overview to give you an idea about the direction the book is going to go into.
Well, let me ask you this. When you write these books, do you sit down and read them to your son, or do you and him read them together?
We do. Actually, I was trying to read the new one with them to show him that it had something inside of it for him that was a surprise and special to him. But he was too busy trying to be all over the place. So he likes to be out there in the water. He loves the water. So, I hook up the sprinklers and the splash pad for him, and I try to get the pool ready for him and stuff like that. So he just wants to stay cool during the summertime. What kid doesn't? He eats a lot of popsicles. I don't, turn away from him. The sugar-free ones, of course.
Yeah.
Because I don't need him all over the place.
What am I asking you something? How old is he now?
He's 7.
Seven. I had a chance to meet him one time. Nice looking. Well, you made a great comment a while ago when you told me about you went to the jump park.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know Montgomery. I don't want Montgomery to be mad with me, but I went to the jump park in Montgomery. I hate to tell my wife's secret. She told me I couldn't tell it. But she's secret shops. Okay. And we was going to Prattville. Well, she had a secret shop for the one in Montgomery. We went to that one. And it was nice, but there was a lot of older kids there. But I'm going to tell you something. Having fun has come a long way. You been to a jump park? In Dothan? Having fun, we didn't have that when you come up. I don't know what I would have did if I went there. These steps you climb on. And I sit down, I'm going to tell y'all, I looked and I looked. And all I could think, because you went down in that mattress, and I done gained a little weight since I've been sick. I said, now if I climb up and I jump off down there, and I can't get out of that, I said, I'm going to be so embarrassed. But I'm going to the jump park by myself, not my grandson, so can't nobody laugh at me. And I'm going to jump off them steps. I want to climb up on them steps. But I did not want to jump. And my grandson ain't 5, and he thinks everything funny. He said, Granddad, you can't do it, you can't do it. I didn't need that. But it's amazing the things that they are made for kids. Now, that need to be your next book. What to do at the jump park. That need to be your next book. What to do at the jump park. Well, let me tell you, Steve, have you ever took your son on a trip? Well, he's not old enough. He has to be 10, so he's not old enough yet. That's going to be fun. You think you could do that? You think you'd get him calm enough? You think he would do it? That's challenging, ain't it?
It is challenging. I would like to. We haven't got there yet, but we're working on it.
Well, I see you put a lot of time into it. I'm glad to see that. Now, how many books you want to sell? How many of these hidden surprise thoughts you want to sell? How many you want to sell? Huh?
If I can get 15, so that'd be great.
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
I'm going to tell you right now, before I commit myself to something. I mean, look at my calendars. My wife has told me, you quit saying stuff without looking at your calendar. She got on me about that. Really, truly, she did. 'Cause I'm bad to say stuff.
It's her.
Okay. Today is the 21st. So by August 21st, I'm going to help you sell 15. That's what I'm going to commit myself to. Yeah. 21st to 21st. Because I preach this all the time. We are family. And Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, we always say we put God and family first. And charity starts at home. Charity starts at home. See, I know I'm going to get Tracy to get the company to buy something because his wife is going to get on him and say, she's going to go tell Tracy, you buy some of them books, man. And we get some. But you just don't never know And I don't know what you ever think about this, but I always think about this. What if somebody reads this and it just touches them in such a way they want about 1,000 of them to send to different people? That could happen. That could happen. You know, the Bible teaches us that and I couldn't believe this when I read it, but our brain can do so much. We don't know. He said man we have no vision of what we can do. We can do so many things. I'm in the cells and stuff we got in our brain. So what my answer to you, what my statement to you is, man, just keep pushing. Don't quit. You ain't got as high as you can get. You ain't got, it's just so far that you can do. The brain is so powerful. You just keep writing. Just keep writing. Keep writing from your heart. Anything you do from your heart. I was telling a little friend here a while ago, she was talking about her age and all. And I was telling her about telling the truth. I said, when you tell the truth, you say it one time. You tell a lie, you got to keep changing because you keep forgetting. I was teaching her, just stay with the truth. Stay with the truth. Did you oversleep this morning? Yes, sir, I did. Sorry. Are you late? Yeah, I'm just late. I worked personally for Mr. Sanders a long time. And it's one thing he wanted you to do. No matter how bad it was, tell him the truth. Tell him what happened. Don't fabricate it. Don't go, well, I think, what happened? And then I kind of instill that in me, and I instill that in my kids. When we take the time to help others, and that's why you're here today, because I want to be a little help. This program goes out. I want to let you know, since you was here last, we have a pattern now every Sunday evening. I've been trying to tell people this morning. Every Sunday at 7 o'clock, we rerun the show that played that Monday. So it'll be playing a lot. We're going to WSFA Wednesday, I believe. You never can tell. I may be standing up there with this on my shoulder. But we're going to start our book bag drive on WSFA. We started it today. But we're going to do some stuff with that. And I'm glad you're here with your book. I told him when he asked me about coming, I said, that'll be a good thing. We have a book bag drive. You can bring a book bag and bring your book. Remember the name of the book. The Hidden Surprise in the Forest. I said, you might be sitting at my desk today looking through this because I got to find that surprise. What you think the surprise is?
About him and his son.
About him and his son. Oh, that's so sweet. You're such a sweet little girl. You're such a sweet little girl. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. You like to read? Huh? You read a lot?
I have a book on my phone.
You have a book on your phone. Okay. Well, I guess that's good for you to have a cell phone, because I was going to tell you to turn your cell phone in when you leave. Everybody comes on the show, I get to keep your cell phone for 3 days.
Me. Grab it right now.
Did you see that look on my face? See, that's what I was telling you about telling a lie. See, that don't work. I don't do that. She went, oh boy, this is the real today. What do you think about kids and cell phone? I'm just asking you. I'm asking the book writer. What do you think about kids and cell phone? Do you think there's an age?
If they
And just a question, not to try to trap nobody.
if they utilize it correctly, like they use the ebooks to download books and they use it to search online and they, do their resources and not just go by the first thing that they find on Google or ChatGPT or whatever like that. I think the age limit may need to be like 12, 13, because I think the screen time, too much screen time is bad.
Yeah. And I ask you that because I'm going to talk about my own son. My grandson is 5, and he's got a tablet. Now, his mother and his father, they're not together. She lives in Birmingham. Now, their excuse for the tablet is that when he calls, they can FaceTime. They got it where they can do stuff so more. They can FaceTime, and he can see either one of them. Matter of fact, I even much use it. But this young man does not put this tablet down. It's just hung to him. Yes, ma'am. That's you. Well, I mean, he has this tablet with him everywhere he goes. It's not, bro. It's a little green tablet. But I be watching. He watch cartoons on it. He can do so much with it. But sometimes I feel like maybe that's just too much. But, you know, I'm the grandparent. I just chill out. When he comes with some time with me, I will actually let him play with it till it runs down, run the battery down. He's smart. I tried it this way. So I'm teaching you bad habits. But I tried it this way. I act like I plug it up, but I didn't plug it up. He go check it. He told me, "Granddad, you ain't got it plugged all the way."
So you know he's retarded.
Hey, I was trying not to charge it. He caught me. He said, "You ain't got it plugged all the way in there." But no, I think the screen time, like you said, that's a good answer. What you use it for, what you do with it. And I always remember, don't do nothing with it that your mama that you can't do it in front of your mama. Always do that. Don't do nothing with that phone
Now,
you can't do it in front of your mama.
When I'm on the phone with my boy, I just go to my room with it.
You just go to your room with it. I come in that room and hear what y'all talking about.
I can scream at him and all.
Well, who was it? You know Kim's two little granddaughters? The ones who do the commercials with it? I think the one they call Mayday. But she had this hairbrush the other day. She said, "Look, House." And it was a mirror and it turned into a hairbrush.
Wow.
And I said it before I know it, man. I said, "Where you get that from?" And she said, "Boy, at church." I said, "Don't let me give you nothing else." I mean, you just come out with you. Don't you let him give you nothing else. And Kim said, "Yeah, that's what I told him. Don't. And man, kids grow up so fast now. They grow up so fast. And I can imagine how challenging it is raising your son and you driving and all. I take my hat off to you. I take my hat off to you. But it's good. I can brag on Wiley Central Truck Line. Unless something bad happen, you're here every weekend. And that's when most activities. Now, when does he go to school at?
He was going to Priceville this year. He
Going to where now?
Priceville.
Priceville?
Okay. Yeah, he was going to Rucker Boulevard, which was right across from where we live. So it was a little bit more convenient. I had a great rapport with the teachers, so I'm hoping to gain the same rapport with the new teachers over there. Actually, his one of his cousins is the principal of Priceville. So, you know, it's good to have family attached so that if anything happened, you know, I'll be one of the first ones.
Yes. So, what when you say good rapport with teachers, I know you. Is it a special like what do you basically want the teachers to know when it comes to him? Is it certain little things that they need to just really? You probably know when he's gonna have a bad day or something.
It's
Body
more,
language or what?
It's more so about, you know, just the time they spend with him. He's very lovable. I just want him, since he can't communicate very well, I just want to be able to feel comfortable getting a status report every week, and then knowing that, you know, his progression, he's doing well to move forward. And if there's anything that we can do outside of, you know, school, because I'm a firm believer in that. We go with flashcards, sight words. We're doing math as well. Anything to help him, you know, be prepared for the next year, because it's important. Kids' brains are like sponges. So.
Oh yeah. Remember what I just told you what the Bible says about our brain? So big. It's big, man. We can do so much. See, the man has no indication of what he can do. And you look at that. If you want to prove that, just look at this world and look at the things, the technology. I'm going to tell a little story on myself. We have drivers come in every Monday. And I was being asked some questions sometime during that week that I couldn't answer. And the reason I couldn't answer some of them, because I was losing touch with that side of it. And I prayed about it. I wasn't qualified, but it was a medicine that I was taking that was keeping me from being qualified. And I went and talked to my doctor. Long story short, I got back qualified. And now, about once a week, I go somewhere and come back, get familiar with the Qualcomm and the micro. So when I'm going to a school and I'm talking to a student, I can tell it. But I'm gonna tell you something. Even in trucking, you gotta know this. You need some electronic knowledge. I met a guy the other day, and I wouldn't dare say his name, but I respected him so much. This man had been driving for 28 years. He had never run a clock. He came to me in private, and he said, man, I've never run a clock. He said, I ain't worried about the driving, but I am worried about this. Take my hat off to Anthony Knight. I got him and Anthony hooked up. Bill Stokes, thank you. But we gave him some special attention that weekend. You know about special attention. We gave him some that week. Ain't heard from him. Saw him the other day. He was getting a ride to go get him something to eat. And I asked him how it was going. He just did the thumbs up. The brain. He learned. He never did it, but he was willing to learn. He knew it's something that you got to do. You got to know how to do it. And them guys, you know, Scott Maddox and all the dispatchers, they just love it when I go say, they want me to make a mistake. They want me to make a mistake. I got notes jotted down, micro this, micro that. But ain't it amazing how, you know, you can leave you can leave town on a Wiley Sanders truck and stay gone a month, never talk to nobody. Do it all on your tab, paycheck and everything. Now, get to my big question. What's the best part you like about working at Wiley Sanders? Caught you on the ball. Tell me.
I like the environment. It's a very loving atmosphere. Building the relationship with your dispatcher, the people in the finance department. Peggy to give you a shout out, Sarah. You know, the money part, you know, not messing up your paychecks, getting paid on time, and then being notified about certain things if something's going to awry. Just having the access to the EFS and, you know, purchasing things on your card. You know, the luxury of being able to, if you're running late at night, you got the ability to call and get you a paid parking spot. So those are some of the good things about being.
Now, you mentioned about the paid parking spots. I guess I'm old dinosaur. I never had to deal with it. But I hear now that is a common, this is a factor that you deal with every day. And if you don't reserve it, you wind up with nowhere to park. And they're giving tickets left and right for being on the shoulder and stuff, which I can understand. And I think it's too dangerous to be on the shoulder. You know? Well, my next trick question, what you like the most about school? You know, it's coming to you, did you?
I could stay away from my mom for 3 hours or 7.
I don't know whether that was a good answer. But okay, you remember your mom is here with you. What's the second thing you like best about school?
I have to talk to my boyfriend 24 hours in this week.
Okay, I ain't asking no more questions. I ain't gonna ask you no more questions. I get it. So let me ask. I'm going back to my drive. These 2 years that you've been here, I know you made a lot of friends. Me and you have been close, and we talk, and you fuss at me, sometimes I fuss at you. But, and this is an honest truth, because I mean from my heart. Out of all the places you ever worked at, trucking, Sanders is different.
It is very much so different. You can walk into the safety department, the recruiting department, the insurance department. You just walk right in, and you build a relationship with everybody. They'll know you by name, but they definitely know you by name because majority of the people involved books, and I'm very appreciative of that.
And you know what you just said, and I think a good word for that would be just hands on. I talk to a recruiting class every Monday, and I always tell them, I point to Brandon. I said, Brandon will know you by name for the end of this week. I said, now 6 months from now, I may not know your name, but I do everything I can to help you. But you know where that comes from? You know where it really comes from? It starts with the owner, Mr. Sanders. Then it goes to the president, Trace Parker, very hands-on with the drivers. And then it goes to our safety director. He teaches us, even me, everybody in there, that when a driver comes to you, treat that driver as if he was the driver that made your paycheck. And then it goes down to our maintenance director, John Smothers. Now, let me tell you something that I do. My phone is a company phone. But it's not a driver that asks me for my number that I don't give it to him. It's plastered all over billboards. And I pride myself on this. Every night, my last duty I do, my last duty I say my prayer, but just before I'm going to go to bed, I go through my phone and just make sure I ain't missed somebody's text or something. I have got so many drivers by another driver telling them to text me. And the other day, and I got to tell this story, and I hate I can't help it because I can't get it out of my mind. But I was coming back from Pine Hill, and I stopped at the store there in Laverne. And there was a lady there on the truck. And I never tell truck company's name because I don't want nobody telling my trucking company unless you come to drive for a while to sell truck line. But anyway, I deal with Sanders. But she was there, and she had the hood up on the truck. She had a little child in there. And the child was like hanging out the window, you know, and I just asked her, I said, something wrong with it? And she said it was running hot. And I looked at it, it was a little low in water. I told her it was low in water. But, you know, my next line was, you need to drive fast. And I gave her one of my cars. Anyway, I left there and I was thinking about that child. I was just thinking about that child and how hot it was. I got to the age where I can't get too hot or too cold. Either one of them hurts me. Either one. If I get too hot, I get tired and wore out. If I get too cold, my bones hurt. So I'm in both. About 3 weeks later, one night when I was going through this phone, I had a text from her. She said, I am the lady that she told my name. You met me in Laverne. And I texted her. I said, call me first thing in the morning. And she called me that next morning. The only reason we didn't hire her, because she's got a 2-year-old. And she has no one to keep. Somebody that's listening to this, y'all need to open daycare in Troy. Overnight daycare. That was my vision I saw for it. If someone had an overnight daycare, it's just long, it's a dream, but not impossible. Because she had, and you know, I didn't get this deep down into it, but obviously she's by herself. She had nobody to keep that child, so she had to take the child. You know, and I know it's probably been times you probably had to call in because you had your son, you know, the mother, you might have had to keep him, you know. And that's what we deal with as parents. What I like about Wiley Sanders Truck Line, if she ever do get where she can come there, she'll be amazed at her hands-on that people put on his hands-on. I got a lady in orientation today. When I get talking about the good things we did, I get excited. She's been riding with her husband for the last 2 years. So she had some tickets she had to get straightened out. And they straightened out now. The day she come in orientation. And man, she was so happy. She was so happy. But when I told her to sit up there with the trainee, Dale was saying, no, she's not a trainee. I said, yes, she is, because he's just seen her for 2 years just walking around. I said, yes, she is a trainee. She just been riding with him. And I'm so glad to see them get together. What I'm trying to tell everybody out there, whatever you got, if it's positive, this flow mat is open. I told you that all the time, William, that anytime you want to come on, you're always welcome. You always got to open the door. And tell everybody one more time where they can get this book from. Tell everybody again.
You can get my books on Barnes & Noble's site. Type it in the search bar. A Little Boy and the Dragon, My Dad's a Big Truck Driver, and The Hit Surprise in the Forest. And it's also available on Amazon. You can also Google me as well, William D. McQuarrie.
And I've never asked you this question, but what made you want to write a book? I may have asked you and forgot.
It's been a passion of mine. I had a high school teacher take note of how detailed and descriptive some of my writing was coming up. Okay. And so, you know, it was always just a passion of mine. I started off writing poems and whatnot, and I wanted to put them out, but, you know, life happens. And so opportunity finally opened up and presented itself. And my son being on the spectrum just kind of gave me the push to go ahead and get that first book out there. And it's just been, wheels are turning ever since.
Wheels are turning ever since. Well, you turn both wheels. Turn the wheels in your head, the wheels on that old big truck. You know my saying, if the wheels are turning, you making money. How many book bags you going to get me collected? Who are you going to tell to get a book bag?
Everyone.
Everyone. That's good. Best answer you gave me all day. That's a good answer. The best answer you gave me all day. That's a good answer. I would, let Steve off the hook since he had knee surgery, but we're going to make him buy a book bag anyway. What you think? Steve need to get a book bag anyway. You think he's being tough with his knee? He showed courage? And I think he did too. Let's give Steve a hand clap for showing courage. He showed courage. He came in today and showed courage. Man just had knee surgery last Tuesday. Just had it last Tuesday. I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad to see him here. Glad to have both of you here with me. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, but I'm going to give you a chance. Anybody out there you want to say goodbye to? Anybody you want to say goodbye to?
Winston, I love you. Sandra, I love you. Mom, hey, how you doing? Hey, Daddy.
I didn't know your mom and dad was still living.
Yeah, both of my parents still living.
Where they live at?
They live in Connecticut County, right off 84.
Okay. Next time we have a cooking or something, you got to invite them down. You got to invite them down. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. We're going to cook soon. We'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a over-the-road truck. Or come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Ooh, not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best day. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign on both. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama.
Have you ever dreamed of working for a trucking company that had Blue Cross, Blue Shield, had 401k with a 4% match? If so, then you ought to call Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the trucking company that makes dreams come true.
I had a dream last night, girl.
Dream.
I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yeah, it's like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck. The Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
That's right. It's driving a truck. The company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best of the day.
You think you know Travel Centers of America's Ultra One program, but do you know today's Ultra One? Ultra One now gives you more. More points, more rewards, more options. Gear up to get more by signing up for Ultra One today. Ultra One is the loyalty program that saves you time and money just for fueling at TA, Petro, and TA Express locations. Take advantage of flexible reward points and reward credits that you can redeem on showers, meals, parking, and more. And it's free to be an Ultra One member. Ultra One's Gears program rewards you with points when you fuel. The more you fuel, the more points you earn. Ultra One members start off in first gear and receive 1 point per fuel gallon. Move through each gear to receive up to 4 times points per gallon. The more you fuel this month, the higher your gear level next month. Not only do you get points when you fuel, for fill-ups of 60 gallons of fuel or more, you earn a reward credit. In first, second, and third gears, reward credits can be redeemed for a shower. In fourth and max gears, you choose how to spend your Ultra credits: a shower, a meal, or reserved parking spot at any TA, Petro, or TA Express. The more you fuel, the more you get. You can redeem points in our well-stocked convenience stores, delicious full-serve or quick-serve restaurants, at our state-of-the-art TA truck service locations, for reserved parking, and so much more. And don't forget, the more you fuel this month, the more you'll earn next month. Sign up, gear up, and get more with today's Ultra One program.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a over-the-road truck, or come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Ooh, not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. There's no other trucking company that works for than Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign on bonus. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. I had a dream last night, girl.
Green.
I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yeah, it's like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck from Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
That's right. It's driving a truck. The company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
At Travel Centers of America, we know that life on the road can present challenges. That's why we created the Truck Smart app. The Truck Smart app makes life on the road stress-free by putting all of the services and amenities at TA, Petro, and TA Express right at your fingertips. And for Ultra One members, the app makes the perks of membership even easier to access. The Truck Smart app helps you get what you want when you want it. For starters, you can search Truck Smart to find which services are available at the TA, Petro, and TA Express locations that are around the corner or on your route. And you can reserve and pay for reserved parking or a shower right in the app. The app's simple and secure sign-in gives you the ability to securely link your credit card. Need a specific service for your truck or specialty fuel? Maybe you have a taste for a specific restaurant, or maybe you need a pet area or a place to work out. The Truck Smart app finds the things that make life easier while you're on the road. If you aren't already, you can become an Ultra One member right from the Truck Smart app. Quickly and easily create a loyalty account to start earning Ultra One points, Ultra credits, and more. With Truck Smart, Ultra One members can manage their account. And the app delivers real-time updates on things like point balances and your monthly gear level. TruckSmart even gives Ultra One members an up-to-date tracker of the gallons of fuel needed to reach the next gear, so they can earn more points. Need an oil change or other truck maintenance? No problem. Ultra One members can also get in the TA truck service queue right in the TruckSmart app. Get real-time traffic and weather alerts, and with TruckSmart, help is there when you need. You can connect with Road Squad emergency breakdown service from the app in just.
And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Just basically came back to say goodbye to everybody. Man, he's giving me the 2-minute warning. Wasn't that not fun? Was that just the little girl and one on the driver? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, please go buy a book. Please. Please, ma'am. Please, sir. Buy a book bag. We're going to have plenty of them. I got a bunch of them. Steve just gave me a bunch of money. Kim, I'm coming to see you. Y'all, I want this every year. Whatever I do, I try to make it bigger that year than it was last year. Tell you something else I try to do too. I have a prayer that I say. I always ask the Lord to let me be better today than I was yesterday. And I try to do that every day. Try it. It'll work. Until next time, this has been Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I don't know about you, but we love you. We pray you love us. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
One click. We've updated the app with a new intuitive design that will help you easily find what you're looking for. And we're always adding features to help make your time on the road stress-free. With the Truck Smart app, you can arrive at any TA, Petro, or TA Express.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a over-the-road truck, or come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Ooh, not his dump truck, but